This is a short video on my latest little diorama. This is what I call a POL island, so it's a petrol, oil and lubricants. It's a bit old school saying, but we've got, these are a couple of oil tanks, failures. They was started off as wagons, cut them bottom off and just stuck them on a plinth. Looks a bit like a concrete plinth. Plenty of pigeons around. This is based near London, so pigeons galore. We've got the odd cat because there's so many pigeons. These are failures as well, these two here. Once again, bit of detail, cram a few figures in and it seems to work. These are like, I started bending corrugated iron in Blender and it comes out quite well, so you can make any shape you like. Not Blender, SketchUp. So I thought I'd make a few little housings, hide the men in. So these were started off, I think, as locos, parts of loco or wagons like these, but for some reason I didn't use them, they failed, so I cut the bottom off and a bit, it's alright, fills the space, doesn't it? A few dustbins. This is a bit of silicon wire. Plenty of jerry cans and dustbins. And there we go, and we've got a normal collection of men all skiving, cup of tea, reading the paper. I think it's supposed to be working, but hey ho. So plenty of, there's another cat on the prowl. These are just FDM printed bases, and what I do is I use a really rough 40 grit sandpaper or abrasive, and I just rub the block down, gives it a bit of stone effect or concrete effect, a bit of powder on it. These little buckets come out well, they are so small. I've got a little oil can there. I'll have to print some more of them. I don't know why I've only got one. It proves the resin printers nowadays, how fine they can go, and mine's only an Elegoo Mars 2, so we're not talking super expensive, but the detail, especially this is for OO gauge or equivalent HO, not much difference in scale. So plenty of men. When I do a scene, I like to get a few men in a group, because normally they are in groups having a chat, not many working, a lot of talking. Typical British worker. There we go. Probably get slagged off for that, but there we go. So a fire point, I don't think it's going to do much if there was a fire in this place, but there's little fire buckets there. Probably in the wrong place underneath the oil tank, but there we go. These gas bottles I downloaded off Thingiverse. Someone's done loads of different gas bottles for different size, and I wasn't sure if they was around in my era, but yep, they've been around for donkey's years. I do check sometimes with what I put on the layout. This is another example of the corrugated iron in SketchUp. Works a treat. For a similar picture, that one. As I say, these wagons at the back are failures. Chop the bottom off. Just put it on top. Add a few pigeons. I don't know what these were printed for, but I found them in a box, so they'll go on there. Always have plenty of dustbins to fill the scene up. Little wagon there with gas bottles and a jerry cans. Thanks for watching.